Alright, today we're going to check out, we'll do a quick unbox and overview, and then take this thing down to the field and get her mounted up and try her out. They call this the EagleBlaze. It is a 5-25 by 56 first focal plane long range scope. It's a 34 millimeter tube. It's got the typical long range Christmas tree type reticle. Oh, by the way, you see I was just opening that, had to cut the tape. I wanted you guys to see this wrinkle here, so this must have took a spill at Amazon or something. So you can see there's a pretty good impact on the end of the box there, and it completely crinkled this end up like a freaking accordion. So provided that it survived that, which I'm betting it did, that's a pretty good little durability test there, which on that matter can withstand 1,000 G's of force, which is going to cover you for your typical AR-10 308 cartridge. So it'll be able to handle that with that impact rating there, and hopefully the fall that it took at Amazon. So there she is there. Get all this stuff off of here. Relatively lightweight for a scope of this size, and power comes in right at 2 pounds, and it's 14.5 inches long. I think I gotta, yeah, I'm gonna have to pop this cap off first, the rear flip up cap, to get this off. It's a little puzzle to get it out of here, huh? So there she is there. You got your rear diopter there. Trying to see how they had that out pretty far. Lots of range of movement there for that. So you got a rear diopter to adjust it for your own personal eyesight, which it probably has instructions there for how to do that properly, which usually involves 100 yards. So 5 to 25x there, like I said. What is this? Okay, torque specs there. That's always good. That way you don't under tighten or over tighten. There's your front flip up lens there. You guys already saw the rear. Okay, and it has a parallax on the side here. Let's see how close it goes. So, and I did notice they said you'll be able to have parallax from 30 yards to infinity. So it goes down to 30 yards there, which is pretty close for something this large. You got 75, 100, 50, 200, 500, and infinity. So anything much beyond 500 yards, you just set it on infinity. It does have center crosshair illumination, so the very center of the reticle of the crosshair. There's like 6 different settings of illumination there for low light conditions. So it's obviously where your battery will go in there for that. So this is not only re-zeroable, both turrets, but zero stop. So you get it zeroed, and then you can set up your zero stop to where it's not currently set, where when you come back it'll completely stop on 0 and will not let you go any further. So if you got to come all the way up here to get your rifle 0, you'll take this apart per the instructions. You'll bring her all the way back to 0 without it clicking and changing anything. And then that way you're zeroed on 0. So if you got to make a longer range shot, you got to turn up your elevation for that longer range shot. If you don't want to use the drop compensation of the Christmas tree reticle, you can quickly spin it back to 0 and it'll just stop right on 0. Once you have that set, I'm loving that these numbers are clearly marked. This is an MOA scope, so each one of those is an MOA. Each click is a quarter MOA. So you can go several revolutions with this and still spin it all the way back down, and it'll stop on 0 once you're all the way back to re-zeroed there, because you'll surpass that several times if you're shooting. You could shoot a mile with this thing with a capable rifle and cartridge. So you might have this thing spun pretty far up if you got 100 yard 0 and you're shooting out past 1,000 yards. So you can just spin her all the way back down on that 0 stop and she'll stop for you, which currently, like I said, it's not set, so I need to set that. But anyways, re-zeroable, so you can 0 it and get it back on 0, and it has a 0 stop, so I'll have to get all that set. Now, these clicks are pretty nice. I mean, they're a little mushy, which is to be expected in the price range. This is a pretty budget scope here, especially for something like this. But I mean, They're nice and audible, and I've definitely felt worse. The locking mechanism is working great, because on a lot of the budget ones, I will have to like wiggle it a little bit to get it to clear and snap down. Oh, see, I found a spot where it was like that. But for the most part, oh, there's another spot. Say like a little bit, but it's way better than a lot of the others, because a lot of times it's just snapping down without me even having to wiggle it. So the adjustments and the locking mechanism, not bad at all in this tier. So I guess let's see what else is in the box there. Of course, you can see up, down. It shows you which way to turn, and that's for your bullet impact. Wherever, if you want your impact to be higher on your target, it'll go that way, lower that way. And I'm sure the side's marked. Yep. If you need your impact to go left, if you need your impact to go right. So those are nice and clearly marked as well. Man, I feel like I've been rambling on about this thing forever. There's the included battery. Don't know what that is. Get your screen wipe in there. Oh, there's 2 batteries, so they give you an extra one, which is nice. What do we got in here? Oh, there's your throw lever. It's removable, so you can put it on or not put it on. There's a little tool in there. There's your instruction manual. They always have nice detailed instructions, collar, and all of that. So let's see if they, yeah, I wanted to see the warranty. 3-year warranty, so that's not bad. And then this is going to be our scope rings in here. Again, it's a 34mm tube. There's your little wrench, and there's those big old 33mm rings, which they look pretty high. So typically, I've noticed nowadays scope companies will send you higher mounts, because a lot of guys are putting scopes on their AR platforms now and AR-10s, which with the flat rail, you need mounts that are a little higher. That way that big front lens doesn't impact with that flat rail. On a hunting style rifle, the barrel drops down from your scope mounting point. So for something like that, these are going to be a little too high, and you'll want to get lower mounts. But these are going to be perfect for like a AR-10 or AR platform with a flat rail, or anything with a flat rail for that matter. But that does it for the unbox and overview. Take this thing down in the field now and see how she does. All right, here we are down on the range. Got her mounted up. She's going to look a little oversized there on the 16-inch 5.56 carbine here. We look more at home on an AR-10 or a hunting rifle or something like that. So she does look a little oversized on a carbine there. But I got her mounted up there, so we're going to get to zeroing this thing. Once we get it zeroed, I'll reach out further. Got some steel targets out there already. What do we got here? That's 152. There's this guy sticking up there. You can see there in the center of your screen. And we got 300. I set my gong out there. With this being a long range though, by the end of the video, we'll get it all the way out there, 500 yards. As I said, this is 16-inch. It's a BCA side charging upper. Check out my campsite page for more information on that. That said, I'm using lighter weight projectiles than what is ideal for the twist rate on this. So don't look too much into our groups down here. It's no reflection of the scope or the upper. I'm just using cheap ammo today. But should still be able to get out there 500 yards, no problem. There you go, 1, 2 right next to each other. So now I just got to fine tune that. Sorry, the focus. I keep trying to get it to focus better, but it's about as good as I can get right now. All right, I think I got her zeroed there. Again, not this rifle's most favorite ammunition. You can see they're kind of splattered all over the center there. I'll go ahead and do a group for you though. I'm just using the green tips, but again, the twist rate on this with like heavier ammo. Plus, I'm just using a bag. I got no rear bag, and it's a crappy mil-spec trigger, so you guys know how that is. But anyways, I'll go ahead and print a quick group for you, which again, it's probably like 2 or 3 MOA. Again, because not its most favorite ammo, no rear bag, and mil-spec trigger. But I'll go ahead and go for that top dot there, so expect about a 2 or 3 inch group.
Well, did better than I thought there. I was, taking more time than I did getting a 0 there on the center. That's about a 1 1/4 inch group down there, so not bad. All right, I'm just going to use some cheap 55 grain 223 here. I was using the green tip 556, but just to use these up, I'm going to go for that orange guy at the 200-yard mound, like I said. So probably be a few inches low, so just aim at the top of it. I'll get you some zoomed in here in a second. May not really hear that hit. I think that's mild steel because there's a million holes in it. So it's not going to ring probably. All right. I can hear it hitting. I don't know if you guys can. You're seeing dust kick up from the bullet fragments when it shatters, when it hits that. So get you a few zoomed in there. All right, I got 1 or 2 left in here. Go for that my gong out there at 300 real quick just to use those up, and then we'll switch back to those 62 grain green tips. Still not its favorite ammo. Huh. So I see the thing swinging, but I only heard the last hit. I'm not quite sure why. Usually I hear them ding. I flipped my steel around because it was starting to bow on me. That might have something to do with it. But I'll load back up here and then get you guys zoomed in for that at 300. And then we'll reach out further. And I got to say, this thing is fantastic so far. Real clear, nice glass. And I've only been using about 14x there, 13x. And that's all I even need for those 300-yard shots. Like, it brings me real close, so I'm nowhere near maximum magnification. But I'm going to get some images for you guys to the best of my ability of different magnification levels at different distances here in this video, so stay tuned for that. All right, here we go, zoomed in. I'm just aiming at the top of it here. So if we miss, it's just because I'm not, I've not run it through the ballistics calculator or anything like that. We're just winging them out here for the moment. That looked like it might have been low. I'm going to aim a little higher. All right, I could hear those dinging good, so as you can see there, just plastered all over the plate. Obviously, kind of rapid fire there. We'll save some ammo now. Actually, there's this 5th or 6th scale buffalo there on that 400-yard mound center of your screen. It's kind of hard to see because it's just got dirt splashed all over it. It's not painted up, but it's right there. We'll take a few at this guy. I'll have to aim a little higher. First one was definitely a hit. I heard it. Second one might have been just a hair low in the mud there. You guys probably saw the impact. So I'm going to drive down there now. Go ahead and get that gong out there at 500 yards. And we'll get more settled in for those shots. Down here moving the target. Still at 300 here. And just to show you. Again, those were rapid fire shots. And I got small hands. So, I got like a hand-sized cluster there at 300 yards rapid fire. And again, not the rifle's favorite ammo either. All right, I was going to run that through my ballistics app real quick, but I'm finding conflicting information on the BC of the bullet, so we're just going to wing it here. Again, another quick Google search said about 50 inches of drop, depending on your zero and barrel length and altitude and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and dial for 50 inches out there at 500 yards, and should put us close. Like I said, my intention was to get it exact, and I would just dial for it and be good to go. But until I actually chrono my own rifle with the exact round I'm going to use and all that, and find for certain the correct BC, because again, I'm finding conflicting information. This is what we got, so don't be surprised if we get some misses here. I'm just gonna get her close there and see where we need to go from there.
All right, here's the best I could do for you guys. It looks way better in person. Everything's super clear and crisp, but it's very difficult to take photographs through a scope with the camera. But here's the minimum magnification 5x at 100 yards. And then here's the 14x I was using most of the day. And you can see the illumination there is daytime bright. And then here's 100 yards on the maximum magnification 25x. Then we're down here at 500, minimum 5x there for you. And then here's the 14x, which as you can see is plenty, is really all you need. Even clear down here at 500, and I wish the bird would shut up, sorry about that. And then here's the maximum magnification 25x at 500 yards with the illumination there. Again, clearly daytime bright. And you see that little center dot there, still pretty fine and crisp, clear down here at 500 yards. But again, looks way better in person, and that little halo at the top is just because I didn't quite line the camera up correctly when I took that photo. It's real difficult to do these.
All right, here we go. Let's see where these are hitting at. All right, looks like a tad low, so I'm going to bring it up some.
That one hit the very bottom right edge, which is why you see it swinging, but it ricocheted off to the side there. And then that one just hit low right.
Still a tad low there. Brought it up a few more clicks. Impact, center, about 4 inches down from dead center. I think we hit the exact same spot. Dead center. That'll do it for this one, guys. I got to cut it short here. My camera's dying, battery's dying. It's about to shut off on me. Absolutely love it. Good clear glass, parallax and all that seems to work well. True to magnification. Gets me out there with not such a capable cartridge. 500 yards easy. You know, the turrets work really well. Love the flip up caps. You know, in the price range, I don't think you can really beat it. So again, link in the description if you want to check it out. And thanks for watching. If you guys want to see more reviews like this, check out my parts, accessories, and optics playlist. For a few products I cannot link to, check out my campsite page. Also have an accuracy test on these coming up, so stay tuned for that. I really like those. Way better than what we were shooting today. For products I can link to without having to go to my campsite page, check out links under the video description, like my shooting bag there, rangefinder, chronograph, target stand I use, paper targets, steel targets, and more. Links in the description for all that. Thanks for checking this one out today, guys. Really appreciate it, and I hope to catch you on the next one.